Welcome to Djibouti. This former French colony of less than 1 million people is one of the oldest port cities in East Africa. It's also one of the poorest, but thanks to the country's strategic location, it's starting to get the attention of the United States and other countries who are now working to stabilize the region. Djibouti is a land of contradictions. Here you will find sorrow and joy, modern technology and ancient culture, all in a tiny East African nation that happens to sit in a very dangerous part of the world. So dangerous that the U.S. has a base here, Camp Lemonnier, home to more than 4,000 U.S. troops.
And this camp started right here in 2002.
General William West, commander of U.S. forces in the Horn of Africa, says Djibouti's location provides U.S. forces with an ideal location to launch counterterrorism strikes against a growing number of violent Islamic extremist groups operating in Africa.
While we primarily in East Africa focus on Al-Shabaab, as you go out towards the central, you've got Boko Haram, and then they've declared alliances with ISIL, and you move up to the north, you're starting to see an ISIL presence up in Libya.
U.S. forces also patrol the waters off the coast of Djibouti, where they protect U.S. and other ships from terrorist attacks and pirates. These patrols are crucial to U.S. security since the port of Djibouti serves as the gateway to the Suez Canal, one of the busiest shipping lanes in the world.
A lot of shipping commerce goes through there for the world, so there's many nations that have interest in keeping that open. And it's not just the United States here. The European Union has a force and presence here, and they're also trying to make sure they keep the straits and the commerce open.
Poverty is still a major issue here in Djibouti. A quarter of the population here still lives on less than $2 a day. The U.S. and other countries are working to improve the quality of life here, but there is only so much they can do. Unemployment here remains stubbornly high and life expectancy is low. And while Djibouti's economy is on the rise for many Djiboutians, like the children in this orphanage, life continues to be a struggle.
It's a tough life for them when they leave the schoolyard. They're living on the streets, sleeping on the streets. Many of them don't have parents.
So what does the future hold for Djibouti? Well, the United States has just signed a 20-year lease to keep its base, Camp Lemonnier, operating here for decades. So the relationship between the United States and this country looks to be a long one. In Djibouti, East Africa, Brandon Roth reporting.